Like there's no you see when somebody
She was the
likes
one
you.
dishing out, eh?
Yeah, exactly. When somebody likes you, they'll be like, "Did you eat?"
Bro, man, I think you asked me, what about you? And I said, no, there are 2 plates that I put away.
Ask this person. But I don't think if that person had put away a plate for me, especially when we were close there working on the collage,
Yeah.
she would have just, passed without saying, "Hey, your food is in there."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, but we carry on.
Yeah, well.
We carry on.
Yeah, before we can.
Guys, if no one sees it, I am going to say it. Big Brother's kids are working overtime without trying. These housemates are naturally being themselves but causing chaos in Biggie's house, even without being sent on that errand. A number of housemates have taken it upon themselves to pull pranks and tricks in Biggie's house, even without being sent on the errand. It's more or less them saying, you know what, since Big Brother would not push some certain people to be disruptors, to be, unique and different in a certain way, we are going to do the job. And the housemates who amongst those who are doing this is Dube, KOKII, that guy who's literally more invincible and more boring than what's his name, than Bravo B. That's King Wanda. Yes. Now, besides that, on the flip side, we're still going to talk about the fact that Buslebi is doing too much. He's trying too hard. And at this point, he's getting, what's his name, Tumi, very, very bored. And also, on the flip side, we also have the case of OFFENTSE drawing the battle line between him and NELISWA and her man, what's his name, the Don. And I'm going to give you the full details. So, guys, please make sure you watch this video till the end. Don't forget to share comments down below. Share this video, give it a thumbs up so the more people can get to see. And also subscribe so that you'll be getting these updates as they hot. Now let's get right into it. So, Dube, King Wanda, and KOKII planned to pull some tricks on the housemates, and the first one was activated last night. What was this tricks and prank? They took a number of housemates' blankets and pillows and they went to dump it close to the washing area. They dumped them together, and the first person to discover this was what's his name? It was Bravo B, and Bravo B was very, very angry, disappointed, and was literally almost flaring up because he was like, who would do this and that? He raised an alarm. The housemates who were affected gathered. That was, I think, DIDI, DIDI. There was a number of housemates per se, yeah, and they went and discovered where it was dumped. And here was DIDI saying that all these grown-ups who are up to 30, late 20s, acting like children, and even me that is literally just 21 or 22, I wouldn't be doing this. You guys know that I have skin condition, and this could cause me rashes and all that. Basically, at the end, they called the head of house, complained to him, and the head of house just encouraged them that, what, let's take these things and go, and they'll get to be washed. Because maybe, what if Big Brother put them on this prank? Big Brother can put people on errands of pranking and tricking other housemates, but not when it will affect the health of fellow housemates. Big Brother would not cross that line. Of course, we got to see where Dube, KOKII, and King Wanda were laughing about it because they were upstairs and they spotted, they could see the drama unfolding. And of course, KOKII discovered or kind of sensed that these housemates would have clocked their game. But Dube is not backing down because he said one of the grand tricks and pranks will be pulled on Thursday. That is probably tomorrow. And, we want to just see how that unfolds because he wants to get to the point where he can prank both we, the viewers, and even the housemates. Moving on from that, we got to see that, while the housemates were preparing for the wager task, Tumi was sitting down and, still doing his drawing and his artwork, and he was besides Ramona, and they were having random conversations are related to creativity and the game and all that. I don't know if Boslebi was actually jealous or what, but she left where she was, came, I was, talking to him, and he was like, at a point, you could see his facial expression was giving off, I'm not really interested. What are you really doing here? And all the 9 yards. At a point, he had to ask her, I thought you had slept. I was just like, no, I was waiting for you. I was like, oh, there's no need to wait for me. Like, she should also read in between the lines, read body languages, read facial expressions. This guy doesn't want you to be in his face every minute. At a point, it is going to be repulsive. Plus the fact that he likes a lady he can chase, not one that is overly clingy and always chasing him. That's just what I see from all that's happening. But who am I to say? But it's my word against their actual word, right? But then one very concerning conversation that happened last night was between Lorido and the head of house, OFFENTSE. OFFENTSE was complaining about a lady. According to him, it shows that the person does not care. The person is just all about their own person. That lady is not even remotely concerned. Now, let me point out what he stated, right? Before I point that out, I need to let you guys remember that every head of house get to have luxury at the head of house lounge. They get to have extra food, extra snacks, privacy, and all the 9 yards, even drinks. These is personally for his enjoyment. And last night he prepared rice and beans, and it turns out he doesn't eat beans, right? He later got the food, but it seems as though he didn't eat the beans, just the rice. And maybe because he had indicated that he doesn't eat rice and beans or doesn't eat beans, when the lady who prepared the food prepared it, she didn't necessarily put any energy of gesture towards him. After all, she didn't put a necessary gesture towards him getting his food. After all, she had announced it to other housemates so they can come get their food, right? But then, the person who prepared that food was NELISWA. And then when she wanted to give food to the Don, her man, she actually, took it to him, like, passed it to him. Every other person mostly carried their food. And here, OFFENTSE was offended because when OFFENTSE was talking or would talk to NELISWA, the Don would say, why are you talking to my woman? Or something like, leave my woman alone, something like that, whether jokingly or seriously. That was a thing of offense for him. And then the fact that NELISWA didn't show a gesture, that it would have been kind enough that she put out the gesture of him getting his food, even if he doesn't eat it. He's just picking offense where there's no offense necessarily. That's what I see. But of course, he likened it to the fact that it's because he's competitive, he's this, he's that. I'm like, oh, okay. If that's what you see as the game or what they're playing at, then it is okay. In the long run, it creates us more drama, and we're ready to see that. Now, that's all on this particular video. Guys, again, I'm going to bring you updates